Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I have the creation video for this beauty coming right up, so stay tuned. Hello everyone, it's Dawn. Welcome and welcome back, depending on whether you are a current subscriber, viewer, or new. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, but the same, kind of a weird way to put it, but as you can see, I'm doing one of my large, I think these are 16-inch round canvases. And I just got back from Sherwin-Williams, and I'm going to use a pillow that I just picked up. So, it's gonna be pretty bubbly. That's my big concern. Let me open it up and take a look. It doesn't look crazy bubbly, but it's called Majestic Purple. And it's going to dry really, really dark. So what I am hoping to achieve here is not necessarily a bloom halo, but a swiped halo, not a sunflower, something along that line. But I think I'm going to get my paint nice and close to the center in a circle, trying not to be too sloppy, so that when I spin it, that center will open up and the colors will kind of explode outward, and there'll be a lot left. I won't be spinning off a ton of it. So I have to be really careful with how much pillow I use. I'm going to be using some interference colors and my Arteza Iris Purple pigment, and I'm topping them all with Liquitex Dioxazine Purple because it is transparent, and I really wanted to paint underneath my cell activator, and I'm going to be using just a black cell activator. So all of my interference colors are Polycolor pigment, and today I'm going to use blue, violet, red, and maybe not that green. I don't have a lot of it, for one thing, and I don't know how it's going to react with that purple pillow, but we'll see, right? So let's get some pillow down. I'm so nervous about this, getting it right. So the thing to do when you're nervous is just dive in. It's going to be what it's going to be, and if you have to scrape it, you have to scrape it. It's not the end of the world, it's just paint. And you can always start over too, which is really good. So this isn't super bubbly, and I'm telling you, this was literally shaken in the machine less than 2 hours ago. So it's looking really good. It's not like super duper bubbly like I expected. And I'm going to add some more pillow, but I want to get this quite a ways out because I am swiping and I want to have kind of an end point. And I cannot believe there are paint boogers in a fresh can of paint. This is the one and only thing that drives me absolutely crazy about Sherwin-Williams, is all of the colors to go seem to be really almost like they're not sealed right or something, but they always have all these paint strings in them, hardened pieces of paint. Such a pain. And you have to get them all. And I don't see any more. So, continue to tilt. I do want to go right to the edge or close to it. And see, I could tell this is not enough pillow at all. Not even close. I do need to be able to swipe to carry the colors out, and I need to have enough so that it will expand and spin out. Just gonna take it right down. What the heck, right? Now this color looks really quite light compared to how it's going to look when it's dry, and I realize that. So this should be an interesting experiment. I picked up a what did I pick up? 10 quarts because it's the last day of the 40% off. 2 were white, 3 were mixed, no, 4 were mixed colors, and 3 were mist tints. Don't forget to look for mist tints or ask about mist tints at your local Sherwin-Williams store because they are $2.50 each quart, and you can modify them as needed by adding tube paint, fluid paint, acrylic ink, all kinds of things. Lots of ways to modify. You can add some shimmer. You can change the color to something a little more appealing if it's a yuck color. So I kind of have this almost like a bubble of pillow paint in the center, and that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna keep quiet, and I'm gonna deaden the sound so that I can cut the noise out of this part. It looks pretty good. I don't want a ton of bubbles in this finished piece, so the hope is that they don't continue to come up as I'm working and spinning. I'm hoping they pop and don't kind of mess with my design. So I'm just going to dig in and do this. Try to figure, I do want a fairly tight circle, but I don't want anything in the middle. And I'm going to start with the, let's see, I am going to leave the green out for sure. And I didn't add any pearl yellow because it turns to brown, and I don't want that. So I want to be pretty close to that center, so I kind of need to be careful where I'm going with these paints. And I do think I want quite a bit of bloom paint, I think. And the reason I'm adding a purple pigment is just because I'm using a purple pillow. I think it will really look nice, and it will add maybe a little bit less transparent look to the finished piece. Now I don't have the right size and shape of palette knife that I would really like to have for this, and I do need to get some. This is the Iris Purple from Arteza, and it's in the exact same tone as the pillow, but lighter. And of course, transparent. Is that enough? When in doubt, add more, right? When I get ready to swipe, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to use the palette knife that is closest to what I need and the closest shape to what I'm looking for. I just need to make sure that I have enough of this purple to stabilize the cells. And I'm having second thoughts about using a black cell activator, but it's kind of too late now, isn't it? I wish I'd mixed up a purple cell activator. Let me see if I have any violet, pearl violet. Oh my goodness, look what I have. And I think this was really quite thick the last time I used it. Got a crusty in there. Let me make sure. Oh no, it's not. It must have been the yellow that was quite thick. One of them was. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the pearl violet and pray for rain, right? Let's hope it works. I just want to get a pretty effect that's not too hard of a line over these interference colors. I mean, I guess I don't really want the contrast. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want strong contrast. I want the interference pigments and the purple to be the star of the show, not the black cells. Just getting some bubbles. All right, so this is a palette knife that I'm using, but I don't think I'm going to use it this way. I think I'm going to use it this way. Let's do one swipe and see what happens. You know what? It's quite narrow, actually, and my circle is bigger than I planned on. So let me try one sideways and see what happens. Oh, I think it's going to work out fine sideways. Silly me. I was just thinking I would need something smaller to get the definition in the swipes, but I guess that's not necessarily how it is. Just wipe that on the outer edge. It's looking really cool. Hope those cells hold up, because that is a lot of pigment. And everything else looks really good. So it is time to spin. I just want to tippy toe up and make sure it looks pretty centered. Looks good. All right, here we go. Just gonna go gentle, just to see how fast the paint is going to move. Move this out a bit. Wouldn't have been a bad idea to cover the entire canvas with the pillow, like all the way out over the edges and everything, just so I didn't have to do this. And hopefully the paint will still move. Hope, hope. I'm debating what to, if I want to do anything modification wise in this center. But I need to get that paint moving because it's pretty, I mean, it's like not flowing. And I don't want to spin so hard that it warps. Oh, it's flowing. It's good. Yeah, we're throwing a little paint off now, so that's good. I was hoping my center would open a little bit more than that, but if it doesn't, it doesn't. I do want to get these naked sides covered just for the sake of flow. I'm going to cheat it a little bit that way. Just to make sure everything is kind of going off at the right rate. Okay, same thing with this side. Just going to slide her out. Check the depth in the center one more time. A little less, so we're good. It's about a ½ centimeter. So yeah, it's perfect. And I am going to bring you in for a close-up of this gloriously shimmery beauty. Okay, here we go. We're going in for a close-up. I'm going to try really hard to keep my ceiling light off. I just want to show you the shimmer. Now we're going to have a little bit of ceiling light in it regardless if we want to see the shimmer. But these are the cells. They're huge and juicy and beautiful. And she is a stunner. Okay, so I am going to bring you back when she's dry and we'll take another look at her. Stay tuned. All right, so it is dry and I wanted to show you this in a few different kinds of light. So what you're seeing right now is natural light. This is just the light from the windows. You're not seeing a ton of shimmer yet because I'm quite a ways from a window. And then this is white light. And there's so much shimmer, it's really hard to capture because of the reflection. I really love what the Amsterdam pearls in cell activators do for paintings. They do pick up some of the color variations and it's quite pretty. And then this is warm light, and this is where it really shows off its colors best. So I just wanted to kind of give you a tip that I didn't think of talking about when I was doing the video, but you could actually, instead of using a palette knife, you could have a little bit more control over how much you get into your paint, like where I've repaired here. After the fact, when I was done swiping, you could actually just use thin, flimsy plastic or even paper towels to get a softer edge. And I am going to do this again, maybe in some different colors. And I'm going to try doing it with a different type of swiping tool than a palette knife because you can get pretty heavy-handed with a palette knife. But in spite of a couple of areas that aren't so lovely, I mean, this is very shimmery and pretty, but when you're looking straight on at it, it looks like, I don't know, it just doesn't go with the painting. And then this area that I fixed, I don't want to have to do that again because I don't like that. All in all, I think it's very beautiful. I love how it dried. And I did put this under plastic draped over a canvas to dry, because here in the desert, it's very, very dry. It's very, very hot. And I needed to slow that drying process down to stop this cracking issue that I've been having. So this did dry beautifully. There are no cracks anywhere. The cell activator didn't leave deep grooves. Show you from the sides, you can see that it didn't leave deep grooves, so I'm happy with that. I don't dislike this at all. In fact, I love it. I love the color. I love the effect, and that's why I'm going to do it again. But I wanted to show you how it dried and toss that thing in, that little tidbit about the swiping tool. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a great week. Take care. Bye.